Hi, I'm Kate Magic. I do lots of different things, but my main work is my health food business, Raw Living. We sell high vibrational raw foods and superfoods. I live in central London, and I'm also blessed to spend the winters here in Bali. I believe that we all choose to have an earth experience, and we choose our challenges and we choose our blessings before we come in order to facilitate the most amount of soul growth possible. I believe some of us have had many, many lifetimes on the earth, and when we do this past life work, it can help us to piece together certain things in this current lifetime that can really accelerate our personal evolution. I believe that life is magic, that we are not meant to be able to understand it with our logical minds, and that love is the building block of the universe. Everything is made of love, everything comes from love, everything returns to love. Love is all there is, and I try and practice compassion for myself and for others at all times. I believe there's a divine intelligence that works through us all, and life works out much better for us when we tune into and work with that divine intelligence. I'm really passionate about making a change in the world. Ever since I was a child, I understood that I was here to help facilitate this change that we are undergoing. I don't know how I knew, but I just always knew that we were on the precipice of something huge, and that I had a role to play in that. I believe this change happens on a micro level first, that it's about a change in perception. When we change the lens through which we see the world changes. And I also believe it's really about, at this current time, really working on our physical bodies, our physical vessels, to cleanse, detoxify, purify, so that we can hold the light energies as they come to earth at this time. I believe my gift is that I help others unlock their inner magic. I have done a lot of work on myself in this lifetime, and I believe in previous lifetimes, and so I hold a certain frequency, and that frequency creates an invitation for others to also just raise their vibration, become the best possible version of themselves. I feel like that happens really just by a transmission. I don't have to say anything or do anything, but energetically we just help to raise the vibration together. As far as QHHT goes, I started my QHHT journey 2 years ago. I didn't really know anything about Dolores. I hadn't read any of her books, I hadn't watched any of her videos, and I got really clear guidance to train as a QHHT practitioner. So I looked into it and I felt very excited by it. It combined a lot of my different passions, a lot of my different interests. So I started the journey. I actually found that it's not uncommon in fact it's completely normal for QHHT practitioners to feel like they have some kind of connection with Dolores. I feel like she's very present, although she left the earth plane a good few years ago now. I feel like she's very active with her students. She's still teaching, she's still guiding us from the other side. I love that the school has kept their integrity. It's now run by Dolores' daughter, Julia Cannon, and they're really passionate about staying true to Dolores' methods. And I think really the most important thing to understand about Dolores' method is it's very, very simple, but it's very profound in its simplicity. So I love that we're encouraged to really rely on this method that she developed over many, many years, and know that it does work. When we follow the method, it really does work and provide these very profound results. So in a QHHT session, you can either come to my home in central London or my home here in Bali, and we first of all just spend a little bit of time getting to know you, what your issues are in this current lifetime, where you're at, just so I can understand a bit more about what you're looking for, what you're wanting to get out of the session. And then we go through your questions. So it's really important that you come with questions. You can come with as many as you like, but at least 10 questions, and they can be related to things that are going on in your personal life, or they can be related to bigger picture questions, really whatever's in your heart. Then after that, we go into the hypnosis. One of the things I really love about it is it's a very simple method. Like I said, it's a very gentle method, and a lot of times people come out of the session and they say they didn't really even realize that they were under hypnosis until they came out, and that's because of how gentle and easy the method is. It's a bit like that state you're in just when you're falling asleep, or just when you're waking up in the morning. So when you're maybe just remembering your dreams, by the time you start going about your day, you can't really remember a lot of your dreams. It's all kind of faded and disappeared. But we're in that kind of half asleep, half awake state during the session. So you're kind of vaguely aware what's going on, but not really. And it works much better for you when you just try and suspend your normal judgment, your normal conscious mind, and just allow the information to come through. So then after the session, we spend as long as you need having a debrief, and I really enjoy that bit, trying to understand more about what came up for you and going through some of the past lives that came up for you. So yeah, we take as long as you need. The session usually lasts at least 5 hours, sometimes 6, maybe even 7. But yeah, you really need to schedule out the whole day. In the evening afterwards, you might feel a bit spaced out. It's really important to do some grounding activities, like get into nature and eat a nice big meal. I find as well that the effects of the session can last at least a few days afterwards, and it's a really important part of the healing that you listen back to your session, you listen back to the recording of your session, because you'll always notice and hear things that you didn't hear when you were doing it, things that you don't remember saying. So I hope that's given you a little insight into the work of Dolores and QHHT, and I would really love to see you at a session some point here in Bali or in London.